You're on a retro trek with the Caramel Apples, a podcast that brings you a retro pop culture vibe, both crunchy and sweet. This week, we're going to deep dive into a most memorable, lovable throwback countdown of animated characters showcased in wonderful cartoon shorts of yesteryear that will absolutely cause us to gush with nostalgic excitement. What are some of your favorite and fondest memories surrounding the Looney Tunes? On with the show, this is it. With your host Kennedy Rizzo and Cooper Lee. Coop, our deep dive countdown into some caramelicious retro goodness is rating hot off the charts this week.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, every Gen X Xennial kid should know and cherish any and all things Looney Tunes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's literally been a hot minute since we've conducted a good old miserable memorable countdown here at the Retro Orchard.
Yeah, we're long overdue.
Facts. Hashtag facts. But the cool nostalgia we've mentally collected over the years in regards to this retro gem is practically unmatched and can still effortlessly entertain us even now.
Oh, man, I couldn't have said it better myself. Looney Tunes is among the most culturally influential cartoons that took shape over the last, get this, 100 so years.
Oh my.
Yeah. And thankfully, they're sticking around for us retro buffs to enjoy in current times.
Okay.
So I just love it when I'm casually strolling through content on television and randomly run across the most nostalgic Looney Tunes shorts. And some of the fun favorite rotten characters we're about to reminisce on this week.
Oh, hashtag facts again. And really, this is a testament to when something's good, 100 or so years in the making.
Yeah.
It's not an accident.
Serious longevity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So they are very, very entertaining and very, very relatable.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that in of itself is a strong testimony as to how well and the careful attention to detail these cherished animations were created and crafted.
I know, Kennard. We absolutely love the jokes, the brilliant animation, just everything.
Much agreed, Cooper. This is set to be an exciting discussion, or shall I say, countdown we've got going on this week. It really has been a little while since we've done a healthy countdown of something crazy retro.
Oh, and I think Looney Tunes subject matter is like the perfect countdown material.
It's going to be vibe.
So just, Looney Tunes exhibit just about everything imaginable. Aside from slapstick, there were also clever one-liners, cute visual gags, and witty wordplay to readily shake things up while we were plugged or tuned in.
Uh-huh.
With this being true, the characters managed to maintain their classic loony selves, and two, each one of them is quite different in their respective roles and quite entertaining to watch.
Oh, yeah. So, as we go through each of these entries, we get to think about how we connect and relate to our favorite cartoon characters.
Mm-hmm.
We can reflect on how they made us laugh, but even the cultural impact they've created and left, good or bad, because let's be honest, some of the personality portrayals or patterns that emerged within and around each character's presence or persona, it was on the surface super cute and worked for the time.
And this wasn't just with Looney Tunes, but a lot of other animated classics from around that time.
Correct, Coop. But over the years, these few examples of covert below the belt satire became somewhat problematic for society at large and
Hmm.
made some noise. Yeah. Which we'll get into here in a bit as we move through our fascinating cartoon characters countdown this week.
Yes. Our countdown this week reintroduces some nostalgic highlights, wrapped presents, and warm memories to our favorite 15 longstanding Looney Tunes staples we remember well from yesteryear. Don't forget to take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review. We also appreciate your continued support.
Yes. Overture, curtain
Curtain
lights.
lights. This
This
is
is
it.
it. We'll
We'll
hit
hit
the
the
heights.
heights. And
And
oh,
oh, what
what
heights
heights
we'll
we'll
hit.
hit. On with
On with the show.
so
This
this
is
is
it.
it.
Now on with the countdown. Number 15, Granny.
Twiggy! Twiggy, where are you? Oh, there you are. I thought that cat was after you again.
Now, Granny is a significant classic character we've become very familiar with. She's a spunky senior citizen, if you will, who generally good-natured and Tweety Bird's mama. She's extremely protective of her beloved canary pet bird, which becomes evident whenever her prized feathered charge is threatened in any way. Can we say umbrella? She can be quite clever too. Exhibiting a youthful, high pitched voice, Granny first debuted in Canary Row, 1950.
Boy, that's going back some years.
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Granny was cute. I remember Granny. I think she was baked into a lot of those Saturday morning ones.
She was. And there was like different, you could tell when like the lines of the characters were a little different. Like sometimes when they were drawn, it was heavier lines.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I don't know when all that changed and what made the change, but you could tell. She seemed like she was in some of the thinner lined ones.
Okay.
So number 14, Marvin the Martian.
Okay, so it is quite explanatory in what old Marvin the Martian is. Yeah, he's a genius, nerdy alien who's tyrannical and power hungry and wears a cute Roman style soldier armor that is a helmet and a skirt. Yeah, he's so off.
Yeah.
He really made quite the impact for cartoon enthusiasts globally in his regular attempts at mischief. Marvin the Martian was quiet, calm, polite, and soft spoken, but the danger lies in his incredibly destructive and dangerous plans to destroy the Earth. But he still adorably managed to make us laugh. His debut came in Hair Devil Hair in 1948, but curiously, he was only in 5 classic shorts.
What?
Yeah, it seemed like he was everywhere.
I know.
Okay. But due to his appealing visual look and saucy zeros and ones attitude, fun fact, did you know that Marvin the Martian became the top selling character for merchandise in the 90s?
Oh, that is intriguing, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
Double wow.
Yeah, because Looney Tunes really did make a resurgence in the 90s.
It did. We have a couple of stories to share with the archivers here in a little bit as we get more developed into our episode this week. Number 13, Pepe Le Pew.
So this charming character is an amorous French skunk in search of romance. But as you can remember, his pungent sense self-delusion and overly persistent manner regularly interferes with his efforts.
Uh-oh.
You mean his adorable French accent wasn't enough?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Pepe Le Pew spent much of his time hotly pursuing his pretty black lady kitty friend with an accidental painted white stripe down her back. The concept is cute, but what was deemed cute, herein lies our first problematic entry of our list.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and was disputed whether to include him in later shows or cuts.
Okay.
Let's just say we saw less and less of old Pepe due to relating to Me Too themes and vibes.
Oh, gotcha.
Pepe Le Pew debuted in Odor-able Kitty in 1945.
Oh, Pepe.
Which is very interesting. It's like that was older. It's just been around for so long, and it's just surprising that even was targeted or even cited. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But a lot of these cartoons really did have dark sides to them. So
There is that.
Yeah. So, oopsie.
Number 12, Elmer J. Fudd.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
That is ugly. Okay. So, as one of Bugs Bunny's arch enemies, Elmer Fudd is a bit frustrated and dim-witted, but he has a sweetness about him that's unlikely that he won't do any harm to anything, even though he's hunting bugs. His biggest trademark is his unusual speech pattern in rhoticism, which is his replacing his R's and L's with W's.
So adorable.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Elmer Fudd's short burst of anger is but a front because deep down he's sweet and vulnerable, which is where the comedy comes into play. Elmer Fudd debuted in Candid Camera in the year 1940.
Wow. I didn't even realize that there was a phrase for that, or like a specific definition for that
No, I didn't either.
speech. Yeah, that's interesting.
It was pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's so cute. It really is cute.
Number 11, Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam! It's Yosemite Sam! Yosemite, yeah, Yosemite Sam! The roughest, toughest, he-man, stuffest hombre has ever crossed the Rio Grande. And I ain't no mamby-pamby. Now all of you skunks clear out of here!
Yosemite Sam is said to be the highest ranking Bugs villain because he is a tougher, ornery character with a penchant to be violent.
Yeah, he did.
I think that's an understatement, though, right? He's a hot-headed bucko, and unlike our previous entry, that of Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam's anger is real, as well as misplaced.
100%.
His short fuse starts with a slow burn and cries, "Oh!" Oh, sorry. Ooh.
Ooh.
Get it right, Coop. And he represents the majority of society nowadays.
100%.
Completely honest. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So Yosemite Sam's kookiness usually gets the best of him, exposing him as the dolt he is. Easily setting him up to be duped by Bugs, of course. Yosemite Sam debuted in Hair Trigger in 1945.
Yosemite's the best. I don't know.
He's pretty darn cool. He's cool.
Yeah, he is too. And you can't think of people in real life that's a lot like him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So note to self, stay away from those types.
That's right. Number 10, Speedy Gonzales.
Ole, arriba, epa, epa, arriba, ándale.
Okay, Speedy Gonzales was a Saturday morning staple. He was. Yeah, he was crazy.
Yes, he was.
Kids in school would imitate and emulate the fastest mouse in all Mexico in class and on the playground. Fun fact, did you know that one of Speedy's cartoon shorts won an Oscar?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
It was just crazy because this is a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's how cool these cartoons were. They were a lot better than some of the stuff that's coming out with humans, people now.
That's bananas.
It is. Way to go, Speedy. Only 5 Looney Tunes cartoons in total won such a sought-after award. But here, Speedy was one of them.
Cool.
Known for his bright yellow sombrero, red little handkerchief around his neck, and a distinctive heavy accent, Speedy Gonzales was enjoyed everywhere as a fan favorite. But once again, the very things that his fans loved eventually became problematic due to his I know. He was deemed as not politically correct.
Okay.
Oy vey. Citing the awkward stereotype he showcased, it was also upsetting to the PC police on how he sounded as well.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So just like Pepe Le Pew, Speedy Gonzales was shelved just to temporarily appease the ever-triggered masses. Yeah, see what they have to do for these little snowflakes.
It's so delicate.
Ugh. But we love him anyways. Eva, andale! Speedy's debut was in 1953 in Cattails for 2, but the world took notice in connection with his namesake episode, Speedy Gonzales, in 1955.
So cool. Love Speedy.
He was cute.
He was.
Number 9, Foghorn Leghorn.
Long-head gobbledygook. Boy, hey boy, I say put that egghead book down, boy, because pay attention when I'm talking to you, boy. I say I'm going to take you out to the woods and learn you about scouting and woodcraft. Real Davy Crockett stuff.
Okay. I say, and that's a joke, son. Foghorn Leghorn is perfectly described as a blustery southern country-themed Rhode Island red rooster that from moment one has you rolling on the floor laughing. That unique signature bluster made for easy, instant comedy when he showed up on screen with his know-it-all loud mouth still stands the test of time. It is relatable because, let's be honest, don't we all know someone like this?
Hashtag facts.
Not naming names, no.
Yeah, we just talked about one about an hour ago. Huh,
Yes, we did.
I'll say.
So Foghorn Leghorn is just funny with all his stinky turn of phrase, right?
Yes.
He's an aggressive extrovert, but corny, and that's exactly the reasons why we love him. I would have to say he's like one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, he's stinky.
Yes, he is completely like just clueless. But thinks he knows it, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so Foghorn Leghorn debuted in Walkie Talkie Hockey in 1946. Number 8, Roadrunner.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Okay, Roadrunner was an adorable and most entertaining character we wish to briefly talk about. That is a permanent and warm facet of our Looney Tunes nostalgia.
Oh, yes.
With his cute beep 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 and lightning fast comings and goings in an attempt to escape his bumbling nemesis, Roadrunner's offerings, quickly became yet another Saturday morning staple, right along with his pestering comrade slash adversary, Wile E. Coyote,
Mhm.
whom we'll get to here momentarily. Together with their arsenal of adventures, the fabulous duo literally perfected the classic cartoon chase, and coined as a professional match made in cartoon heaven, Roadrunner made his feature debut in the short entitled Fast and Furious in 1949. Meep, meep.
Good job, Kennard.
Thank you. Number 7, Wile E. Coyote.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
Wile E. Coyote. What can we say about Wiley? He's a hot mess.
Yes, he is.
Ever determined to a fault, clumsily innovative, and fiercely loyal to the Acme Products Company, with whom he keeps purchasing defective tactics and parts, much to his detriment. He's a personality with a lovable side where you'd find yourself as a viewer rooting for, or feeling sorry for him. And where time after time, his great plan to catch the Roadrunner never seemed to work out.
I know.
Methinks his motto got to become the glass half empty, unfortunately. The Looney Tunes duo created mass appeal and drawing in global audiences without ever saying a word most of the time. Fascinating and nostalgic classic desert set chases are what pulled in we the audience on a regular basis, I might add.
Oh, totally, yes.
Like Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote's debut short was Fast and Furious from 1949.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. If this episode entertained you, please share it. Spread the word. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your continued support. And now, back to the show.
What's up, Doc?
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Nice.
So, of course, we cannot logically do a countdown on Looney Tunes, such a fan favorite, and not mention the fact that we got so caught up and sucked into the vortex of Looney Tunes in 1990.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh my goodness. It was everywhere. We kind of touched on the fact that it was on, you could get stickers, posters, shirts. They were literally everywhere.
Oh, yeah, facts. Hashtag facts.
And it was so neat because this was something we really grew up on. We knew it. We had been watching it. And what was the twist about them coming back when they did there, Kennard?
Oh, because, to connect it to our girl squad?
Yes.
Okay, so the memorabilia part, we found these ultra cool t-shirts. And we were getting ready to go to a theme park that year. We were going to wear these shirts every time we went.
Yes.
And they were so cool. It was a front and back. So it was Bugs Bunny.
Yep.
Taz.
Yep.
Was Daffy on there?
I think Daffy was on there. Yep.
The Coyote, Wile E.
I think it was just the four of them. I was thinking.
Was Tweety on there, though?
Was he?
There was 4. So Bugs, Daffy, Wile E.
And Taz.
And Taz. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So and they had a basketball. They were like wearing basketball stuff.
Yes.
So you can see them from the front, but then on the back you can see the back of them, the same four. So it's like you almost got like you got a 3D
Yeah.
vision of them on our shirt. Those shirts were nice.
They were so cool. And the fact that they were so in the 90s. Like they had them, like you said, they were wearing basketball jerseys, but I think a couple of them had hats on backwards. I think one had on a visor or something. Like they looked very 90s. Right?
They did. And our friend, we were saving ours for the big theme park trip, and our friend's mom went into her closet, put it on just to go like mowing the yard or something.
Yeah.
And then she washed it, and they had well water. And it actually bled some of the colors on her shirt. So all our shirts were like that gray color.
Yes, Jersey gray. Yep.
And our friends looked a little indigo. She could have killed her mama. You could see fire in her eyes. She was like, she is going to pay. I don't think her mom realized how serious she was about having a little chat with her.
Because even when she caught her in it, right? Her mom was really downplaying it, like, oh, calm down. You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, she would, like you said, she hit the moon. She was up there with Marvin.
So, needless to say, we still went to the theme park. We wore our shirts, but yes, she wasn't exactly like the other three of us. So, good memories. It is what it is.
Good times, because Looney Tunes doesn't die.
It doesn't. Now, we're about to continue on with our most nostalgic retro trek adventure, going down Carmel Memory Lane with the absolute greats connected with the Looney Tunes. But before we do that, do you want to know the plausible reason why these memorable characters we know and love are emblazoned into our retro-loving memories?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's why. Fun fact. Did you know that 10 of our Looney Tunes roster came about and was introduced to cartoon-loving public during what was called the Golden Era, which was between the years of 1944 through 1964?
Oh, wow. That is so cool and makes total sense.
It really does.
Oh, sorry. Oh, goodness.
Okay, it really does. And we're so here for it, too.
But then, too, there was something else we promised earlier to touch on briefly, and that was the tongue-in-cheek matter that has gained much attention in recent years. Mm. So this is in reference to some of the earlier Looney Tunes shorts, which was the sensitivities concerning racial stereotypes and censorship controversies that would pop up from time to time.
Yes. So there were times that themes and our ideas had said contents baked into the old school animation. And this was deemed and considered offensive, insensitive, or stereotyped, particularly in 11 different specific Looney Tunes or Merry Melodies cartoon shorts.
Okay.
Fun fact, these examples, 11, interestingly, became known as the Censored 11, which were ultimately removed from both broadcast and distribution.
Oh, yeah. And many of these hot button or triggering shorts had fleeting or unnecessary extended gags that pointed directly in reference to obvious racial or ethnic stereotypes. Mm-hmm. It became so obvious that the creative execs thought to jump ahead of the curve and include a disclaimer at the beginning of the DVD collection volumes that warns and alerts potential viewers of what they're in store for upon viewing.
Okay.
I remember these disclaimers sprouting up here and there before the PC Correct crowd. got to the rabid state they are now.
Ugh.
Yeah. Can you recall what that disclaimer contained?
Yeah, kind of, because I actually own a couple of the box sets,
Mm.
and I found that very interesting that they put that on there because, I mean, again, it wasn't like it is now
Uh-huh.
or then. I mean, obviously they made them,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
but I think I bought these box sets. I've had them probably, 15 years or so. I've had them a good while.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this was even back then. So it wasn't a lot of noise yet, but enough that they said, hey, we don't want to be liable.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So let me see how my feeble brain works though. It like never wants to work. So let me see here. Okay, forget it. I decided to save us some trouble and I actually found my notes because I took the liberty of jotting it down.
Okay. Okay. Cool. It works.
That's how Kenner rolls. So it stated that the cartoons were products of their time and contained racial and ethnic stereotypes that, and I quote, were wrong then
Mm.
and they are wrong now or today, end quote.
Uh-huh.
Yet the cartoons are still showcased on said DVD collection, uncut and uncensored, because, as per explanation, and again I quote, editing them would be the same as denying that the stereotypes existed, end quotes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So, right? But on a positive note, this is an incredible fun fact I'd like to share.
Okay.
Despite what we just brought to light, fun fact, we have shared in this week's countdown, peppered into our discussion, that there were 12 Academy Award nominations held within the Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies realm.
Mhm.
But there were actually five, count them, five, Oscar awarded for Best Short Subject or Cartoon.
Oh, very impressive info there, Koo.
Kinda cool.
Very impressive info there, Cooper. But not surprised because even though these were cartoon shorts, they were very, very good. And dare I say it, we already said it a moment ago. These are better than some of the movies and film they put out here in recent years.
Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
Well, as we already mentioned, 100 so years. I mean, that that's so many generations that have seen them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you got something that comes out a week ago, you're going, no, not even interested. Like it doesn't even pique your curiosity. So
Not at all. You're right.
hashtag facts on that note. So here are the five Oscar-winning Looney Tunes or Merry Melodies cartoon shorts as follows.
Okay.
Number one, Tweety Pie, 1947. Merry Melody. Number two, For Sentimental Reasons, 1949. That's a Looney Tunes.
Okay.
Number three, Speedy Gonzales, 1955. Merry Melody.
Okay.
Number four, Birds Anonymous, 1957, A Merry Melody. And number five, Nightly Night, 1958, and that is a Looney Tunes.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, wow. That Oscars list is small time countdown in and of itself.
It really is.
But enough about that. Now, back to our real countdown. On with the countdown. Number six, Tasmanian Devil.
It is undeniably hashtag facts that the Tasmanian Devil, or better known as Taz, is predictably a huge fan favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Creator Robert McKimson got his inspiration in designing Taz after the real life animal, which is native to Australia. Taz is portrayed as yelling obnoxiously, devouring everything in sight. He was a ferocious but dim-witted carnivore with a notoriously short-tempered stance with little patience. Fun fact, Taz was said to have only been in 4 cartoon shorts, which that's strange to be too. I mean,
Yeah.
it seemed like he was in a lot more than that.
It really did.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do our own count of sorts, because,
That would be fun.
I know, right?
Yes. But this didn't dampen his appeal or popularity. Fans readily sought Taz's memorabilia, merchandise, clothing, everything.
Mm.
People just couldn't get enough of him.
Mm-hmm.
Taz was unhinged and notably nuts, making him a core key member of the Looney Tunes gang. Tasmanian Devil's brilliant debut is in Devil May Hair in 1954.
So you know how earlier you had mentioned that Marvin the Martian kind of like was really, really sought after
Yeah.
back in the 90s? My guess would have been it would have been Taz before you disclosed that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's who I was actually thinking you could see a lot of places. So that was really an interesting fun fact you shared earlier.
Oh, well, okay. The audience can't see this, but I'm patting myself on the knee. Number 5, Tweety Bird.
Those bad old gangsters. This is my chance to escape.
Tweety Bird's popularity is much like our previous entry, that of Taz. Tweety's popularity practically surged white hot in the 90s. Folks couldn't get enough of this cute but ornery sweetie pie, or Tweety Pie.
Ow.
Yes, so cute. Fans loved Tweety and wanted him on everything too, in the way of merchandise and memorabilia. He's in 46 cartoon shorts.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. And our younger brother, when he was little, and had an adorable, good-sized Tweety sippy mug. So cute. Totally remember that.
Yeah, it was cute. Big too.
Tweety was looked after or cared for by another cool member of our Looney Tunes countdown, and that was Granny.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Tweety was an ornery, mischievous little bugger, which caused him to regularly utter his catchphrase, "Ain't I a dinko?" Yes, Tweety, you certainly are. This made his little ninja troublemaking vibes that much more intriguing and entertaining. Tweety Bird's debut appearance was in A Tale of Two Kitties in 1942. Number 4, Sylvester.
Hey, Mike, look. The little squirt. He's trying to get the cheese again. He never lines, does he? Did you catch him, chum? Nah, missed him again. But I sure scared the pants off of him. That's good, too.
Sylvester is a tuxedo cat who unforgettably speaks with a distinctive lisp, has been the pet of both Granny and or Porky Pig. Sylvester, in both main roles as well as cameos, has appeared in, get this, 103 Looney Tunes cartoon shorts between the years of 1945 and 1966.
Mind blown. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this makes sense too, because he was in a lot of them, wasn't
He
he?
really was. Like I said, he couldn't decide who he wanted to own him. Didn't he have his own too?
I think he did.
Because he had a little baby.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a second. He was cute. He was all heads. This made him the fourth most frequent character to appear these after Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and the OG of OGs, Bugs Bunny, respectively. Suffering succotash! Not only is he Tweety Bird's antagonist, but he's also a devoted pops to adorable Sylvester Jr.
So precious.
He was, and he had a list too.
Follow me, son, and I'll show you how to be a real sportsman.
Some sport. Shooting at a bird with a cannon. Oh, I just can't bear to watch. So we can get a real big one, Father.
He was so embarrassed by his dad, but loved him. Well, if that's the case, does that mean old Sylvester is, gasp, a senior?
Oh.
You betcha. In fact, Sylvester's full proper name is Sylvester James Pussycat Sr. We love us some Sylvester, don't we, Coop?
Yes.
Fun fact. Did you know that Sylvester is in more Oscar-winning cartoons than any other player going, starring in 3 of 5 cartoon shorts that won an Academy Award?
Wow.
Very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvester's debut was in Life with Feathers in 1945.
Wow, that is awesome.
It is. These guys are OGs.
Yeah.
Number
3, Porky Pig.
Thank you, Mr. Hare, for your hair-raising story. and now I will call on our guest star of the program, the Pussycat with an unusual tail.
Where do we start with Porky Pig? Well, he's quite a distinctive character. So entertaining, and dare we say it, adorable.
He was.
Who used for maximum comedy effect, as well as being funny on his own. Biddy, biddy, biddy. So hence, you know where we got the Biddy from. Anyways, Porky was known for his bumbling stuttering, which is so nostalgically adorable.
It is.
So, as we noted, you probably have picked up on us saying Badib, and we have been saying that since the mid-90s, early 90s, really.
Oh, yeah, easily.
You want to give them a little idea of why that really came into play besides Porky Pig?
Okay, so a family friend, he's now since has passed. He was sweet. He'd get nervous though, like when he was speaking in front of people or whatever. He just couldn't get his thought, and he literally was the human Porky Pig. Like he would get up there, and he would try to be like, blah, 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 and we would just die. But we laughed at everything.
We do.
I mean, we loved him, but man, we laughed at everything. And he was just like, blee, 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 and we just we're nuts. I mean, it just.
Yes. So our Badib is usually in relation to someone that should be embarrassed by something. So when we say Badib, we're like, oh, that's how embarrassing. That's what that means.
Yeah. So thanks to our family friend who's since passed, and thanks to Porky Pig.
Absolutely.
Good memories.
So Porky Pig's character easily resonated with audiences and just took off.
Yeah.
He became one of the first big cartoon stars of Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies had, you know?
Sure did.
Porky Pig's debut short was I Haven't Got a Hat in 1935. Number 2, Daffy Duck.
Sorry. This time we'll try it from the other end. Look, you're a hunter, right?
Right,
And this is rabbit season, right?
right.
And if he was a rabbit, what would you do? Yeah, you're so smart. If I was a rabbit, what would you do?
Well,
Very funny.
Like our previous entry, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck 2 starred in both the Looney Tunes series as well as Merry Melodies. Daffy is nutso.
Completely.
And he was a fan favorite for many years and still is for some hardcore fans even now. But even though he was a funny, wild type of character, he could and so often did come off as annoying and exhausting a lot of the time.
Uh-huh.
He was readily showcased in many a cartoon short. As second biggest star of Looney Tunes, Daffy is characteristically sarcastic, embittered, and 110% self centered. Can we say narcissist?
Good word.
Yeah, it applies. And what would Daffy Duck have to say about that brief assessment of him? You're despicable. Daffy Duck's debut was in Porky's Duck Hunt in 1937.
Oh my goodness. You could easily stand in for Mel Blanc on these, okay?
I don't think so.
Although we missed out on getting a Taz representation.
Oh, you'll hear it. It's in your mind's eye. Yeah, so now that we're at our number one Looney Tunes star character countdown entry, let's do a quick recap of who we've already enjoyed revisiting so far. We have at number 15, Granny, debut Canary Row in 1950.
Number 14, Marvin the Martian, debuted Hair Devil Hair, 1948.
Number 13, Pepe Le Pew, debut Odorable Kitty, 1945.
Number 12, Elmer Fudd, debuted Candid Camera, 1940.
Number 11, Yosemite Sam, debut Hair Trigger, 1945.
Number 10, Speedy Gonzalez, debuted Cattails for Two, 1953.
Number 9, Foghorn Leghorn, debut Walkie Talkie Hockey in 1946.
Number 8, Roadrunner, debuted Fast and Furious, 1949.
And number 7, Wile E. Coyote, debuted Fast and Furious, 1949.
Number 6, Tasmanian Devil, or Taz, debuted Devil May Hair, 1954.
Number 5, Tweety Bird, debut A Tale of Two Kittens. Excuse me, kitties. Kitties, 1942.
Number 4, Sylvester, debuted Life with Feathers, 1945.
Number 3, Porky Pig, debut I Haven't Got a Hat, 1935.
Number 2, Daffy Duck debuted Porky's Duck Hunt, 1937.
And now for our highly anticipated and entertaining entry on our Looney Tunes star character countdown is... Number 1, Bugs Bunny, 1940.
Look, Doc, are you looking for trouble?
Bugs Bunny is our number 1 most popular character in the Looney Tunes lineup, and we are not a bit surprised by that either.
Way to go, Bugs!
Way to go, Bugs! Bugs Bunny was created in the year 1940. That's 83 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost no character would or could dare compete.
Mm-hmm.
Bugs Bunny was demented, as well as ornery, and we just loved him.
Bugs was nuts.
He was. Oh my goodness, hands full.
He was.
Bugs got away with bloody murder, too. He did things people only wish they could do or get away with. It was this entertaining angle that made him uber popular, and he still is.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can't deny that. Bugs is like you would be hard pressed to find someone who didn't know who that was.
Yeah, I still have a stuffed. I have a stuffed toy of him.
I remember. You still have it?
Mm-hmm.
Coolness.
Yeah, he's a nut.
Completely. Bug's disturbing attitude and rabid, not wabbit. Rabid ornery. He easily dished out any time the fans tuned in. The moment you'd hear, "What's up, Doc?" Oh, you knew you were in for a crazy fun ride. Bugs Bunny debut was in A Wild Hare in 1940.
So there it is, the top 15 star Looney Tunes characters straight from the golden era we've come to know and love. Who are your Carmelicious faves that you have had, Orchard Archivers, rolling on the floor laughing out loud anytime their hinky shenanigans hit the small screen? Was any of your favorites part of the golden era? If so, weigh in. And stay tuned for a countdown discussion of some of the favorite supporting characters from Looney Tunes that easily entertained us too. Be on the lookout for that riveting list here soon, and let's ignite this fascinating conversation.
That's all, folks.
Folks!
And that's it for this week's Orchard Trek Retro. To make sure that you never miss out on another second of our Carmelicious podcast, meet up with us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcast fix. Bye for now, and thanks so much for listening.